Hi, Taurus. Welcome to your love and romance reading for October 2022. This is for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. A lot of people like to check out their Venus when it comes to love, so of course, we're including the Venus folk as well. You might see this video after October. That's fine. You're going to see it whenever you're meant to see it. Since it's a message for the collective, not every single message is going to resonate, and that's okay. Take what does, leave what doesn't. Sometimes your other placements might resonate more. So sometimes it's good to check out your other placements. So we're going to move forward now. All right, my lovelies. First card coming up here. Ooh, I love it. I love it for you. It's the Empress. Okay, now I know some of you are already super excited to see the Empress because traditionally in love readings it's seen as like divine feminine energy, fertility, pregnancy, babies, motherhood, all that good stuff. And that does apply, right? So that's going to be that element here for some of you. Some of you are stepping into your divine feminine energy, your energy, maternal energy. Some of you relationship may be progressing forward into family. And that can very well be a message for a lot of you. The reason why I get excited seeing the Empress card come up is if I'm reading for you and your major arcana card comes up, or a card is like associated with your major arcana, because this isn't the Hierophant, which is the Taurus card, right? But the Empress, the air aspect of the Empress is Libra, and the earth aspect of the Empress is Taurus. So there's a Taurus association here. It's major arcana card. So this is telling me you're coming into your power. You're coming into your choices. You're coming into your options. You're coming into being seen, being respected, being confident, right? So showing up in the relationship in a way where you're feeling loved, you're feeling respected, you have confidence. It's not something where you're second guessing. You may even have the mindset of, okay, well, if this doesn't work out, or if this person doesn't want to treat me the way I deserve to be treated, I have options, right? I have this divine energy. Now, some of you may be stepping into divine feminine energy. Some of you may be attracting a divine feminine, right? If you're somebody who dates feminine or seeks out a female or feminine partners, you may be calling in a divine feminine energy. This is really high value. Sometimes, if you're stuck in a cycle, you're like, Amethyst, that sounds great, but the person I'm dealing with right now, like, I don't know if they're coming or going, and I feel such a strong connection, and I'm not feeling in my confidence. Sometimes the Empress can come up for me in my readings, because you are divine feminine energy. You're all of these things in one. You are the spicy, hot, confident, alluring, life of the party, Queen of Wands. You're the soothing, nurturing, spiritual Queen of Cups. You're the intelligent, philosophical, tough as nails Queen of Swords. And you're the work hard, play hard, enjoy the finer things of life, domestic goddess, Queen of Pentacles. You're all of these queens in one, and this person might not know how to approach you. They don't know how to come to you because they're very used to putting people into categories and boxes, right? And so it's like, I don't know how to step to this person because I can't pull up my Queen of Wands lines, because they seem like the Queen of Wands, but there's a lot more going on here. The Queen of Swords isn't gonna work. Like, they don't know how to approach you. And so there could be something here where you all have a karmic lesson that this person needs to learn, respect towards the feminine, needs to learn how to respect the feminine, and needs to realize that the feminine is much more than maybe what some old school mentalities have been instilled in them, or sometimes even cultural. And I'm not bashing anybody's culture, but there could be something here where they're seeing women as just kind of like cars. Sad to say, right? Like, if it was somebody that had a ton of money and had a bunch of cars, and they want to go off-roading. So if they're going off-roading, they're going to go in the, the all-wheel drive, four-wheel drive off-roading truck. If they want to go speeding up the windy mountain roads, they're going to go in the sports car. If they're going to help a friend move, they're going to take the van. And they may see women like that. Like, oh, I want to have a good time tonight. I want to have fun. I want to party it up. I'm going to call the Queen of Wands. Oh, you know what? I want someone I'm going to take home for the holidays. I'm going to call up the Queen of Cups. Like, they may see women in this way. And so maybe the lesson here is they're learning that, you know what, guess what? A woman can be all of these things in one. So these are the two different dynamics, or the two different ends of the spectrum that can come up in a love reading, in my love readings, when the Empress comes up. Other readers are going to read the Empress in a different way. Next card coming up here for Taurus is the Three of Cups. Engagement, good news, celebration, strong feminine energy here. I do feel like some of you are not only manifesting a relationship, but you're manifesting harmonious, like connection, unity with your person's family or tribe or friends. Maybe this has been an issue in the past. Maybe you felt like, you've had evil mother-in-law energy, or jealous, mean, women around, or just women who were behaving in that lower frequency, lower vibrational, like, mean girl energy. And so you may be manifesting here a higher caliber of feminine energy, and being accepted, being embraced. Like, I can go and I can be cool with this person's mom and sisters, and friends and stuff. Like, they're not gonna be weird towards me. They're not gonna treat me like I'm competition. They're not gonna be overly critical of me. So there could be something here in terms of being embraced or accepted by the feminine figures in this person's life. Some of you are realizing that the feminine figures in your life have been a little toxic, and towards your relationship or relationships or people you bring around, and you may be stepping up and taking a stand, and nipping that in the bud. Because the Three of Cups traditionally can be engagement, it can be celebration, it could be finding like-minded community, like-minded tribe. Some of you are finding like-minded people, like-minded tribe, as you're connecting with your, your higher feminine divine energy here. And yeah, it could be leading you to a life partner, or something that's moving towards marriage. But for me, in my readings, the Three of Cups has a little extra meaning, and sometimes I see this card come up when we're healing from the feminine wound, right? There may have been a feminine wound that's been blocking you in your love life, and now you're coming into a time where this is being healed. And the feminine wound could be a maternal figure growing up. Maybe your maternal figure wasn't very loving or supporting or reassuring. Maybe they were a narcissist. Maybe they behaved more like a jealous sibling than a maternal figure. Maybe they were so busy trying to keep a roof over your head that they weren't able to be there for you. Whatever the case may be, there may be like this wound here, like I wasn't given the encouragement and the nourishing and the nurturing that I needed, and now it feels scary to receive. Or then you go get older, you get into school, there's all the mean girl energy. You deal with like trying to get the popular girls to like you, and like measuring up or whatever it might be. And so there may have been wounds for some of you where you feel rejected by the feminine, and it's blocked you in your love life, right? Like, oh, well, I don't want to, even if you don't date the feminine. For some of you, if you date women, maybe these wounds have made it very difficult for you to find a relationship with a woman who's with you for the right reasons, who's not overly critical of you, who can, be there with you in the tough times, who doesn't make you feel like a piece of crap, who's not always having you jump through hoops, if you date the feminine. If you are a woman, then, maybe it's blocked you in your love life, and like you're scared to be around other women in this person's life, or you have a hard time trusting that people aren't going to come around and say bad things about you. You're always worried about, oh, well, what are his sisters saying, what is his mother saying, or they're not going to like me, or they're going to pick me apart. Or friends who come in and they're frenemies, You know, we all see it. We know it happens. Some people out there, it sucks. It's terrible, but they'll compete with their friends and they'll try to see if they can get, you know, their friend's partner to notice them or chase after them, or be like, oh, well, you know, he keeps trying to, you know, slide into my DMs, or, you know, but they might be encouraging that. They might be doing things like that. In the long run, they're helping you weed out trash, but you probably don't need friends like that. You can definitely disconnect from it. But these are the situations or scenarios or cycles some of you may have been dealing with your love life that's made it really hard to be happy in a relationship. And so the Three of Cups tells me, like, coming out of that, healing from the feminine wound, and finding yourself attracting higher vibrational feminine energy into your life. And so it's beautiful. It's positive. Moving on to the next card here is the Six of Cups. Now, don't go yelling at me. Don't go yelling at me. I know that we have here the Six of Cups, and this is oftentimes seen as someone reconciling. Now, if you have like some terrible, horrible person in your past, and you're like, Amethyst, I don't want to hear it. I am done with that person. I'm sick of you readers always talking about this person coming back. I am done. Okay, it doesn't have to mean that it's somebody from the past. If currently you are manifesting a reconciliation, you're praying for it, you're putting intention out there, Six of Cups is very positive that this intention is going to be manifested. But don't freak out if there's someone, and you've made it very clear to your angels and guides, where you're like, I learned my lesson from that person and I'm not interested. Six of Cups doesn't have to be reconciliation in that way. It could be somebody connecting from you from childhood. It could be a childhood friend looking you up and reaching out. You've been on their mind and they've just been wondering what you've been up to, and before you know it, you guys start talking and get together and there's a love connection. Could be an old coworker. It could be a missed connection where at the time they were into you, or they were interested in you, but you weren't available, or they weren't available, and they may be checking in to see, like, hey, I'm single now. Are you single now? You want to go grab a cup of coffee? So somebody coming back from the past, it doesn't have to be an ex. It doesn't have to be a karmic situation. Also, okay, the Six of Cups can sometimes be that we're manifesting a very pure, genuine, sincere kind of love. Some of you might be really, really tired of feeling all of the pressure of, like, well, you know, I gotta be an alpha male, and I gotta be a high quality, high value male. So that means that I gotta come in with a ton of money, and I gotta drive a really fancy car, and, you know, I have to have, you know, this kind of salary, and or you feel like, oh, well, you know, as a woman, I gotta look hot, I gotta look good, you know, I gotta look a certain way, I gotta, you know, I have to have a certain figure, you know, or like I have to have a certain way of dress, and, you know, whatever it might be. And some of you are tired of it. You're like, you know what, I just want somebody who loves me for me. I just want somebody who's going to be in my life because of me, not because of how much I make, not because of what car I drive, not because I'm thick or slim or curvy or chunky or whatever people are into, or whatever, you know, your partner might like. Like, I want to be with somebody who wants to be with me because of who I am, right? Like a sincere, genuine, pure of heart kind of connection. Also, like the sense of like trusting, right? Especially if you're coming out of the cycle. And I talked about it with women, but it happens with guys too. Guys have it happen with their friends, where their friends might try to, you know, flirt with their partner or get their partner's attention, and, oh, look, bro, I stole your girl, or whatever. You know, it happens, right? It happens sometimes with like the whole frenemy thing. So some of you are like, I just want someone who's with me for the right reasons, not someone who's with me because I'm filling some kind of attention void in their life, or filling their ego, or being a trophy for them. I want someone who's going to love me in a pure, genuine, innocent, without motive, right, or ulterior motive kind of way. And so sometimes Six of Cups could be that you're manifesting a very pure love. The next card that's coming up here for you all is the King of Pentacles, beautiful earth sign energy. Some of you could be dealing with a fellow earth sign, okay? Could be Taurus, a fellow Taurus. It could be a Capricorn or a Virgo. Some of you could be meeting someone as you're focusing on your financial endeavors, your financial situations. I can't remember who else got the King of Pentacles. Maybe you all can let me know in the comments here. But sometimes the King of Pentacles for me in a reading can be that this is a person that seems like a really big deal or a really big upgrade, and we're excited about it. But on the other hand, the negative ego kicks in and is like, oh, well, you know what? I must have kind of fooled this person. I must have given them the impression that I'm way better than I actually am. And so now, you know, if they are around me enough, or if we spend enough time around each other, they're going to be like, oh, ew, just kidding, Taurus. I don't really like you. I thought you were something else. And so we are tempted to push it away. But for me, in my readings, the King of Pentacles comes up to say, look, if you weren't ready for this, it wouldn't be here now. It's here now because you're ready for it. You deserve it, right? It's not like, you know, you have to jump through hoops anymore. You're out of that cycle. You're done with that cycle. You don't have anything to prove anymore. And you're wanted by this person because you're a desirable person. And you know, they may be successful and they may have good things going on in their life, but you know what? You do too. Not everybody's success is going to look the same. But there are things about you here that this person sees that maybe you're not seeing about yourself. And so you're tempted to push it away, but you don't have to. You don't have to push it away. Okay? King of Pentacles also is like stability, security, like somebody coming in, like, let's talk long term, let's talk future, let's talk about how we're going to make this work, let's invest in this, let's make this grow, right? It's beautiful energy in this way. So we're talking about stability and security. It could also be with this King of Pentacles, maybe some of you are breaking out of the cycle of where it's always like you have to be the breadwinner. You always have to be the breadwinner, or, you know, you feel like people are looking at you as like, you know, like a place to stay or like whatever. And no, this is someone who's coming in with their own, or at least someone who wants to come in and build and grow with you. Someone who's ready to, you know, roll up their sleeves and get in there with you and make things happen. I feel a sense of like building dreams with this King of Pentacles. The next card that's coming up here is the Four of Swords. Okay. There's a couple of ways I'm interpreting this card. With this reconciliation coming up here, some of you might be like in a long-term situation. And I'm sorry, not long-term, long-distance situation. And so maybe something is happening where you're getting together. Maybe there's a celebration, a special event. You're going to see each other. You're going to be together. Maybe it's to meet family. And maybe you're hoping in your heart of hearts, well, if you're the one who's going, maybe you're hoping, okay, well, then I'll just stay there. I won't come back. Like, hopefully, I'll just stay there. Some of you hear me talk about the Six of Swords, and you're hoping to see the Six of Swords, and we have the Four of Swords. Or this person might be coming to you and you're saying, oh, I hope it just aligns, and they just stay and they don't go back, right? They don't get back on the plane, they just stay. So if there is something where you're in something long distance and you're planning on being together or seeing each other, and you're hoping that this will be it, that you guys aren't going to part ways again, I'm sorry to say the Four of Swords gives us a feeling, in a sense, that there will be a parting of ways again. There's a little bit more long distance in the relationship left, but the Four of Swords tells us it's a temporary one. And because of the Four of Swords, or even if it's not long distance, maybe it's like reconciliation, but the Four of Swords tells us that there's a sense of being very overwhelmed and needing some time to recuperate and to process. And so this absence, this distance, this time apart is temporary, right? And I would even venture out to say, even though this is a general reading, for the majority of you, I would say this is the last distance, like the last being apart, or the last distance between the two of you. And the reason why this is going to be the last distance is because in this one, What needs to be done is being done. What needs to be handled is being handled. What needs to be healed and released is being healed and released. Four of Swords, there's a lot happening. It might be some downtime and there might not be a lot happening in a way that we could see, but there's a lot happening with the person. And for some of you, this could be with you. You could be in Four of Swords energy in this time apart or in this time before this official coming together. But there may be talks of the future and plans for the future and talks of engagement. And so Four of Swords comes up for me when emotionally, mentally, physically, you've been through the ringer, right? And so Spirit is giving you some downtime to release that stuff and to build yourself up and to come to your angels and guides and God and universe through prayer and meditation and strengthen your faith, because you're about to go on a journey, and that journey is going to push you out of your comfort zone. And the only way you're going to be able to get through it without sabotaging yourself is to have a strong faith, so that you're able to put that burden off of yourself. You're able to take it to your spiritual team. All right, I'm being pushed out of my comfort zone. Negative ego is really messing with me right now. I have insecurities coming up, or I'm really scared to take this leap or make this move or become a parent, or, whatever it might be. Right? Help me, give me courage, give me guidance. So right now you're being given some time to get these last few little things in order within yourself, and probably a mutual thing with whoever you're dealing with. But this is it. Like, you're seeing it come together. The Four of Swords may be like a bit of a pause, right? But then it's picking up again. And if you use that pause to your advantage, you're going to do very well when things pick up again and move forward again. You might want to check out your other placements. Sometimes your other placements might resonate more than whatever this placement is for you. I do have a link in the description that will take you to the love readings. Also, there's a link that'll take you to the weekly forecasts. Be sure to check out the weekly forecasts if you haven't already. And if you'd like to schedule a private reading with me, there's a link in the description that will take you to calendly.com/amethystangelite. You can schedule a private reading with me there. At the time I'm posting this, I can't guarantee it's still going to be happening when you see this video, because I don't know when you'll see it. But at the time I'm posting this, I am having a sale on the 60-minute video readings and the 30-minute video readings. Usually the 60-minute videos are $150. I'm doing them for $111. And the 30-minute video readings are usually $65. I'm doing them for $44. I do have other less costly readings available too, so you can definitely click on that and see what's available, or if anything looks good to you. I thank you all for watching, liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing. I hope you all have a fabulous October, and I hope you'll come back and check out the weekly forecasts and the daily messages I do on the channel as well. Take care and be well, my dears.